It's time now for the latest in local news. In the news, the Chamber of Commerce annual Asian Issues breakfast set for this morning at Coastal Pines Technical College. WIFL-FM will be on hand and bring you comments from our local representatives who will be in Atlanta for the upcoming legislative session. On the panel today will be State Representative Stephen Meeks and Buddy DeLoach, Iowa State Senator Blake Tillery, who once again will be overseeing the state budget. He's one of the governor's floor leaders in Atlanta. All will give a preview of what they expect will take place in Atlanta during the session. Once again, all that's set for today at AT College. We'll bring you their comments on Friday's newscast and next week's newscast as well. Wayne County school break about to come to a close as schools resume in Wayne County this coming Monday, January the 9th. School system ready for all teachers and students to be back under one roof at James E. Bacon Elementary as classrooms are ready. On Friday's Mitch and Bob Show, our special guest will be James E. Bacon Principal Jamie Ellis. He'll have all the details about the school's progress and what's all expected Monday morning. And that's taking place tomorrow here on the world-famous Mitch and Bob Show. Our special guest, James E. Bacon Principal Jamie Ellis. City of Odom has called a meeting for today at 7 p.m. at Odom City Hall. On the agenda, approve and sign minutes from the January 3rd regular meeting and appoint a representative from the Heart of Georgia Municipal Board for Wayne County. And the Wayne County Industrial Development Authority will hold its regular scheduled monthly meeting on Tuesday, January 10th at 8 a.m. It will be held at the IDA office located at 261 West Plum Street in Jesup. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. County Commissioners held a special call meeting Tuesday morning for the sole purpose of electing their chairman and vice chairman for the year 2023. Returning council member Kevin McCrary was voted in as the chairman, and newly elected Commissioner Jamie Hickox voted in as vice chairman. Both were unanimous votes. Council is set to meet on Wednesday, January the 11th at 6 p.m. in the County Commissioners meeting room for their first meeting of the year. Jesup City Commissioners met Tuesday night, and back on the agenda was the controversial mini excavator for the Water Department. The Water Department Supervisor Anthony Crawford was at last board meeting given permission to seek bids. He showed up Tuesday with 5 bids. Says the lowest bid came in from Atlantic Coastal Equipment out of Richmond Hill. The bid came in at $44,860. We're under the city budget item at $55,000. The last meeting, City Manager Rose Marcus was asked if the piece of equipment was needed, which he said it was definitely needed. Anthony Crawford, the Water Department Supervisor, says it's desperately needed. But Commissioner Tim Conkfield at the last meeting stated that he felt the Water Department can borrow the main excavator or the mini excavator the City Road Department has, but they can share the mini excavator. Conkfield says the city's spending too much money, and he stated Tuesday night that his position had not changed. Bill Harvey, who voted against the mini excavator at the last meeting, voted in favor of it. In fact, made a motion to purchase the mini excavator, seconded by Commissioner Stanley Todd. But without a full panel of council members, Pamela Schuman not in attendance, the vote was 3-2 in favor to purchase the piece of equipment, but not enough votes to pass without a full panel, so the motion failed. Commissioners Ray Haas, Bill Harvey, and Stanley Todd voted in favor of purchasing the piece of equipment, but Commissioner Tim Cockfield and Shirley and Armstrong voted no. Shirley and Armstrong at the last meeting voted yes in favor of purchasing the item. So the Water Department Supervisor is still not able to purchase a mini excavator for his department. Other news from the meeting, Ray Haas appointed Susie Nettles to the Grievance Committee. The board got an update on the CDBG project at Pine Bloom Drive. Their project manager says the project should be completed in less than 3 months. City received a $750,000 grant for the project. They say they've had some weather delays, but it's 60% completed and should start back in a couple of weeks. City of Jesup also passed their election resolution Tuesday, as the City of Jesup will have elections this coming year in the month of August. Seats in Districts 1, 4, and 5 in the mayor's seat will be up for re-election. Probate Judge Tammy Thornton will be in charge of the city election, and the city also set the qualifying fee. Again, $3 to qualify for any city commissioner's seat in the City of Jesup. Let's look at your Tuesday City Council meeting. We'll come back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final note of news, Georgia's Inspector General, in a letter to Governor Brian Kemp, says hundreds of full-time state governor workers erroneously received unemployment benefits in 2020 and 2021 as the COVID-19 pandemic swelled jobless claims. In a report to the Governor's Executive Council, Inspector General Scott McAfee says his office used state and federal records to tentatively show at least 280 full-time staffers received $6.7 million in unemployment benefits during that period. Estimated he called conservative. The average payment was about $23,700. Federal aid to combat the economic impact of the COVID-19 shutdown resulted in billions of dollars worth of fraudulent unemployment insurance claims. McAfee says his office has conducted about 24 interviews with full-time state employees. Nearly all have been terminated from across Georgia's executive branch and other agencies. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan, have a great day.